Narcissists thrive on the belief that they have you completely under their control. They're convinced you'll stay tangled in their web, dancing to their tune without question. But what if I told you there's a game-changing move that can flip the script? A powerful action that leaves them stunned and forces them to confront their arrogance. Let's explore this together. It's time to take back your power, turn the tables, and make the narcissist face the consequences of their manipulative ways. Strategy 1. Be as cold as ice. Imagine a narcissist as a sly predator, feeding on your emotional energy. They create chaos and then sit back, feeding on the reactions they provoke. Whether it's your anger, frustration, or sadness, every response you give boosts their sense of control and inflates their fragile ego. Now, here's the secret. What if you stopped giving them that power? What if you refuse to play their game? This is where the art of being cold as ice comes in. But let's be clear. Being cold doesn't mean being cruel or heartless. It's about creating a protective barrier. It's about mastering your emotions so they can't be weaponized against you. Think of your emotions as a priceless treasure. Would you hand them over to someone who's only out to use and manipulate you? Absolutely not. Instead, you safeguard that treasure. You stay calm, composed, and unbothered. This confuses the narcissist because they thrive on drama, not indifference. They'll quickly realize they can't feed off of you anymore, by choosing not to react. You're doing more than protecting yourself. You're reclaiming your control. And that's a move they'll never see coming. Narcissists cling to a fragile sense of self-worth. By detaching emotionally and refusing to engage in their manipulative tactics, you regain control over your life. Cutting off the emotional fuel they rely on takes away their primary source of power. Without your reactions, they lose their grip entirely. This approach isn't about fighting back with anger or retaliation. It's about safeguarding your peace and standing firm in your independence. Remember, your emotions are yours to share, and only with those who deserve them. Choosing when and with whom to open up is a powerful and freeing decision, especially when facing narcissistic manipulation. Strategy 2. Use the power of silence. Narcissists crave admiration, regardless of how they behave. They rely on you to inflate their ego and reinforce their twisted sense of importance. Never let yourself become their doormat. Narcissists thrive on control, expecting you to smile falsely and comply with their every demand. But when you step out of their game, when you stop reacting and deny them the power of control, they begin to crumble. Their fragile ego can't handle the rejection. Narcissists often weaponize silence, using it to manipulate, punish, and maintain dominance. Their silence is meant to provoke anxiety and make you seek their attention. But when you respond with your own silence, the balance of power shifts. They lose their ability to manipulate, leaving them feeling powerless and exposed that in this moment, you take back control. Your silence becomes a powerful shield, one they can't penetrate. Unable to read your emotions or predict your next move, they're left disoriented and unsure. Are you planning a counterattack? Are you preparing to reveal their true nature? In the past, when you reached out repeatedly, pouring your emotions into messages or trying to save the relationship, they viewed it as a weakness to exploit. But now, your unshakable silence shakes their confidence, forcing them to confront their insecurities. Silence leaves them desperate for attention. Their imagination runs wild as they create scenarios where you're plotting revenge or betraying them, just as they might have done in your position. To them, the world is a mirror of their own deceit and selfishness. This is when you reclaim your power. Silence isn't just a way to protect yourself. It's a transformative act that forces the narcissist to face their inner emptiness and loss of control. Loneliness is one of the harsh truths they try so hard to bury. That said, remember, the goal of silence isn't to punish, but to free yourself. Don't turn silence into a cold war or a psychological weapon to inflict pain and regain control. That's the narcissist's way. Rooted in ego and manipulation, you, with your compassionate heart and noble soul, are above such behavior. Instead, use silence to create space for your own peace, healing, and freedom. By stepping away from their toxic influence, you choose to live with integrity and dignity, far removed from their chaotic world. Strategy 3. Create distance to keep them in a controlled state. Narcissists tend to swing between two extremes, excessive charm and ruthless aggression. Like a pendulum, they sway from one extreme to the other, keeping you constantly anxious and off balance. To protect yourself and regain control, your goal is to bring that pendulum to a stable, neutral state where it doesn't swing too far in either direction. Why is this so effective? A person's true nature often reveals itself in moments of comfort and familiarity. Just as a snail only emerges from its shell when it feels safe, people show their authentic selves when they no longer feel the need for defenses. Narcissists are no different. When a narcissist feels you are too familiar, too easy to manipulate, their worst traits surface. They become aggressive, controlling, and manipulative, like a wild animal released from its cage. Conversely, when they are overly charming and attentive, it's often a calculated facade designed to gain your trust. Think back to the early stages of your relationship, when they showered you with affection and attention. That was their bait, laying the groundwork to manipulate you. To uncover a narcissist's true nature, you need to create distance, not just physical distance, but also emotional and mental detachment. By stepping back, you can observe the bigger picture without being caught in their emotional world. From this safe vantage point, you can set clear boundaries, non-negotiable red lines they are not allowed to cross. Say no to abuse, never allow disrespect or controlling behavior to take root. As previously noted, narcissists swing between two extremes, either overly affectionate or excessively aggressive. The key is to keep them in a neutral space, not too loving, not too hostile. When they're overly charming, keep a distance. Don't get swept up in their sweet words. When they act aggressively, stand firm and walk away. Make it clear that you won't tolerate any disrespect. No matter the situation, by doing this, you limit their ability to use their usual manipulation tactics. They'll be forced to show respect, at least on the surface, because their old tricks will no longer work. Even though this respectful behavior may be insincere, it's enough to bring the peace and fairness you deserve to the relationship. Keep in mind, changing a narcissist is impossible, and you don't need to settle for a chaotic relationship. What you need is one based on mutual respect and fairness, where you're treated with dignity. Strategy 4. Sever all contact. After implementing the previous strategies, the next critical step, one I highly recommend, is to cut all contact completely. Severing all contact with the narcissist is not just necessary, but a decisive step to completely free yourself from their toxic influence. Whether the narcissist in your life is a parent, spouse, colleague, friend, or even a child, this action must be taken firmly. Accept the undeniable truth. Narcissists are highly resistant to change, and even if they do change, it is a long, difficult process. It's not something that happens overnight. Maintaining contact will only prolong your suffering and unintentionally enable their manipulative behavior. Think of blocking them on every communication platform as an act of liberation. This includes not only social media like Snapchat, Instagram, and YouTube, but also less obvious channels such as Spotify, payment apps, and email. Shut every door. They may attempt to re-enter your life, but this is not about revenge or causing harm. It is simply a means of protecting yourself. Your inner peace, emotional well-being, and personal growth must come first. Severing ties is the ultimate act of self-respect and self-love. While this may not be an easy step, once you do it, you'll experience genuine relief and freedom. You'll no longer dwell on their actions or wonder if they've moved on or found someone else to manipulate. Deep inside, you understand that true happiness is something a narcissist will never attain. Their insatiable ego compels them to seek constant validation, and no one, least of all you, can fill that void. Now is the time to take back control and rewrite your narrative. Free yourself from the toxic burden they once placed on your shoulders. This step affirms that you are in control of your own life, deserving of peace, freedom, and true happiness. Strategy 5. Never decrease your value by apologizing to a narcissist. Narcissists are experts in emotional manipulation and twisting reality. They will make you feel responsible for every issue, pushing you into situations where you're forced to apologize, even when you've done nothing wrong. They turn simple situations into high-stakes mind games where you're always left at a disadvantage. That if you've ever found yourself apologizing to a narcissist, you know how unfair it feels. They distort events and make you question your own actions. Even when the facts clearly show you were in the right, you are not responsible for the pain or conflicts they cause. In their toxic game, you are the one who has been harmed, the victim of their manipulation and control. Their attempts to blame you are not a sign of strength, but a reflection of their own deep insecurities, hidden beneath a facade of false confidence. That don't allow them to bring you down by making you feel that you need their forgiveness or approval to feel valued. Your worth does not rely on their recognition, judgment, or blame. You stand independently of their manipulative behavior, and your self-worth should never be reduced by their words or actions. Apologizing just to appease them only hands them more control over your emotions and life. Instead, maintain your dignity and self-respect. Silence is a powerful tool when they demand an apology. It protects you from their manipulation and ensures that your self-esteem stays intact. To truly respect yourself means refusing to let anyone undermine your belief in your inherent value. Never feel pressured to apologize just to create a false sense of peace with someone who has no intention of building a healthy relationship. Walk away with confidence, leaving them behind baseless accusations and unwarranted guilt. Reclaim your strength, knowing you don't need their approval to validate your worth. You are enough just as you are, and you deserve relationships that nurture, respect, and uplift you. Strategy 6. Live a happy life without them. Instead of dwelling on the pain they caused, choose to rise stronger and begin building a life that is truly your own. Surround yourself with genuine friends. People who love, value, and appreciate you for who you are, without any ulterior motives or selfish agendas. These healthy relationships will give you the strength and confidence to overcome challenging times. Always remember, in the story of your life, you are the main character, the one who decides the plot, not a minor role in the distorted play of someone else's making. Don't let past hurts, shameful memories, or demeaning words weigh you down or hold you back. They do not define you, nor do they have the right to dictate your life. Walk forward with confidence and pride, embracing the joy and freedom you deserve. Every step you take, every decision to choose happiness, is a declaration of your self-worth, a statement that you don't need anyone else to feel complete. Do what genuinely makes you happy, and spend time on meaningful things that nourish your soul. Embark on adventures with friends, discover new destinations, and embrace the beauty of nature. Relish in life's simplest pleasures, whether it's watching a thought-provoking movie, diving into a cherished book, or simply taking time for yourself. By turning your focus inward, you'll come to realize that the narcissist's hold on you is nothing but a web of toxic lies, unworthy of your energy. You deserve true happiness, unburdened freedom, and a love that nurtures and uplifts you, not one that manipulates or drains you. Investing in your own joy and crafting a fulfilling life not only shows you've moved past them, but it sends a powerful message. You're deserving of far more. This isn't just a reflection of your personal growth. It's the pinnacle of true freedom and fulfillment. When they witness your newfound strength, confidence, and glowing smile, they'll realize what they've lost. They won't just regret the relationship, but mourn the absence of someone truly exceptional, someone stronger, more independent, and brighter than ever before. The action that makes a narcissist regret their choices for eternity is not seeking revenge or trying to change them. It's about you rising, reclaiming your life, and thriving without their toxic influence. What they never expected was your ability to break free from their control, your bravery to reject their manipulation, and your confidence to embrace happiness on your terms. When you learn to love yourself, build genuine, respectful relationships, and cut off the emotional supply they've always depended on, you not only strip away their power, but also make them face the loss they've caused. Their regret won't stem from the pain you've caused them, but from realizing they no longer have any control over your life. For a narcissist, the deepest regret isn't losing control. It's losing someone irreplaceable. A person who emerges stronger, more independent, and more joyful than ever. And the best part? You're not doing it for them. You're doing it for you. This is the true victory, the freedom you've earned, and the ultimate answer that will leave them in regret for the rest of their lives.